Hello creative groomers, and thank you for joining me on another video today where we're going to show you how to use the products in your October bundle box. So the first thing we have is our Hair Bling. And what these are little beads that you can put in the dog's ear hair, in the side of their hair, in their beard, kind of like dreads, the decorations you put on dreads or braids. Take a piece of fur. You want to make sure that it's not too thick. So you're going to grab a little section of the fur. You're going to take the thread. You're going to put your fur through it. And you're going to push your bead up and over the fur and then pull down. And when you pull down, when you use actual fur and not model dog fur, this is going to be a little bit easier, but you're going to pull it out almost as if you're threading a needle. And then you have your bead, you can adjust it, and if this was the ear, your bead would be laying like that. And this month has 5 of the beads, so you can use them on 5 different dogs. You can use 2 on one ear of one dog. You can use 1 on each ear. You can use it as an accent on the hip. You can use it on the tail. Be creative with it. But they're really cute. They add a little extra pizzazz to your dogs when you're grooming them, when you send them home. The owners love when they have the little beads in their hair, and it's something really cute to add that little extra to your grooms. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to use the glitter gel that comes in your box. So you can use this several different ways. If you're using it with your stencil, it's pretty easy. Just place your stencil where you want your design to go. Find where the best spot is on the dog. So if you have a big stencil like this, a good place to put it is on the shoulder, on the side of the body, on the hip. If it's a bigger dog, it doesn't really matter where you put it. So we're going to put it right here, and we're going to trace the eyes. So you're just going to come in and you're going to put your tip on the inside of the stencil and trace the stencil. If you want to fill it in, go ahead. I think I'll fill this one in and leave the other eye open so you can see the difference between the two. And what you can do when you're working on your dogs in your salon is you can put a little bit of, doesn't have to be hot air, but a little bit of your dryer on low setting to speed up the process of drying your glitter gel. So when you take it off, you've got your little heart. So now that we've got that one solid, I'm going to set it back on just so I can have them even. And I'm going to do the outline of this one. And when you're working on the dogs in your salon, as opposed to working on a model dog, it's going to be a completely different experience. You have to take into consideration the dog may move and that the fur may be a little more cooperative, depending on the length of your dog. So once I have that outlined and I'm satisfied with how it looks, I'm going to take it off because I can also adjust it once it's off. If it's not sitting the way I want, then I can just come in here and fix it with my finger, or I can come in and I can fill in the gaps with the glitter gel tip, like so. Now what I'm going to show you is how to use your loose chalk powder. This has a metallic shimmer to it, so this can be used a lot of different ways for a lot of different seasons. You can use this for Halloween, you can use this for Thanksgiving or the fall, you can also use it for Christmas, in between, just to add a little extra pizzazz and a little extra glitter or shimmer to your dogs. So take a brush, you can use a makeup brush or you can use a paint brush, you can use a Q-tip, whatever you feel or have on hand that will work on the dog or that you feel is going to apply the best, or whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm going to put my stencil back up here, matching it up to where the eyes were because I'm going to do the nose. So I'm just going to dip this in, tap the excess off, and once I feel like I've tapped most of it off, I'm going to dab on here. And I want to try and get it in the little area. Again, this is really fine chalk type powder with the glitter in it, so you may end up with a little excess in other areas. If that happens, you're going to hairspray the area you're trying to get it in first, and then you can wipe or blow off the excess around it. So when I remove it, if I have it in the shape that I want it, I'm going to hairspray that little bit, and then I'm going to blow dry the rest of the glitter off. And then to add a little extra accent to it, you can take your glitter pen again and you can trace the shape of the stencil around. And that's going to create an accent and make that bit of powder that you put on stand out. Like so. And it's just going to give it a more crisp edge. And again, if you need more, use more, blend it in. You could even do it flat. You don't necessarily have to use a lot of this. You could rub it in flat just so you see the glitter, but so you don't have a real thick edging. That's a personal choice. Okay, like that. So the last things that we're going to show you are how to do the eyelashes on your dog and also how to use your paint pen. So let's show you the paint pen first. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. You can use it with your stencil, and you want to make sure that you have a dog with shorter hair if you're going to use this for the stencil, as you want to use it the same way you would a crayon. You would take your stencil, find the area that you want, and color it in. If you have longer hair on the dog, it's not going to work as well. It's just going to move the hair around, and you're not going to end up with the actual stencil because the hair is going to move too much. You can freehand with this if you'd like as well. And what I'm going to show you right now is how to use it on longer hair. So if you want to use it on the tail, if you want to use it on the ears, this is how you would do it. So you're going to grab a piece of the hair, and you can hold your hand underneath if you'd like, or you can just hold it out this way, and you're going to draw on it. I'm going to use my hand for this one so I have something to lean on with the hair. And you're going to color it like this. And so you're using it in the same way you would a marker or a crayon on paper, and I'm just coloring it. Or if it makes more sense, like a lipstick, as it's similar texture to a lipstick. And then you're going to take your comb and you want to comb through. And the reason you're combing through is to make sure that you spread the color around and you get any clumps of color out. And then what you'll do once you're done is you're going to hairspray over it to keep the color from transferring off the dog and onto any furniture or clothes or the car seats or the rug. And so this is synthetic fur, so it's going to leave it with a little bit of a sticky texture together. But once you comb it out on actual dog fur, it's going to look and act like chalk. So pretty simple. You're going to hold it out this way if you're using it on loose fur, and then go over it with your comb. And that way you have your color like that. And to clean off the edge of the tip of your paint pen, you can just grab the hair, or you can take a towel and just wipe it on a towel or a paper towel or a rag. And the last thing to show you are how to use the eyelashes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel it off. These have an adhesive on them already, so you don't need to use any glue on the dogs. And you're just gonna position it over the eye, and we're gonna use our little hearts here, and you can do them two ways. You can position it like this over the eye, and you're gonna put it above the eye. You're not gonna try and get it as close as possible. You're almost going to put it on the eyebrow or the brow bone of the dog. That way it doesn't bother them. And the other way you can do it is flip it, and you're gonna do it the opposite way. So we have this one with the curve up this way. We're gonna do this one this way and show you how that works. Just like so. And these are just a few tips on how to use the products that came in October's bundle box. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video on tips on how to use the products that are in your October bundle box. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Let's get creative.